All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Give honors to the apostles and elders of that great millstone. Zanaya Allah with the blood of truth. And, well, this lesson is pretty much a motivation on how ethnic tension is pretty much boiling over here in America and has for some time, especially with the injustices done to the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans. But as you know, America is a melting pot. So a lot of the racial tension here is a whole lot of harbored things that's basically, all these different ethnic groups have been harboring for a long time now. And the Most High is going to make them pretty much just come to, it's going to come to, a stopping point. I got this article. It's called "How Long Does a Democracy Last?" And that's what America is. It's a democracy, and they don't last too long. I think they're not supposed to last more than 50 years, but the article says about 200 years. So we're pretty much long overdue for this place America to go out. And I'm gonna play this clip from this movie. A lot of you seen it, but it just shows you. It shows you what these different ethnic groups in America. Whether it be Black, Latin, and Native American, they all have tension toward one another. So I'll play it, Salakia. Play it really quick. All right, so. Right, so as you can see, that ain't, it's a movie, but it explains values because that's where we are in America. Everybody have these stereotypes of one another, and it's simply because the Most High is doing it, And Salakia, brother, see the wind in the background. It's pretty much the spirit of America, but it's all done through the power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, because he's going to make America fall, which America's great Babylon, mystery Babylon, according to the Bible, it's going to be destroyed. But it's going to be destroyed from the inside out. And one of the things that's going to be a sign of America's downfall is the ethnic tension, the race riots, okay? And it's all explained in the scriptures. Salaki, and it's all explained in the scriptures. So I'll grab a precept real quick. Isaiah 13, and let's see. Let me see. I'll start at 6. It's Isaiah 13:6. It said, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it." You see, so moreover, it's the Most High's plan to get rid of this place, America, because it's full of unrighteous and wicked merits that they uphold. All right, so let me get to the point. Let me see. I'll go from verse 11. It says, "And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy," and that's what of the proud to cease. And that's what these Americans are. They're arrogant and proud, and they have more than they can want. In that movie, what's it? Book of Eli, he made a statement. He was like, the girl asked him, what was the old world like? And I guess, he told her, they had more than they needed, and that's how these Americans are. They're arrogant, and they're proud. They nobody can tell them anything. Their freedom comes with the price of pretty much death. This is a death culture, and people praise America, but everything that American has gotten and made itself great by is by way of rape, robbing, murdering people. Even with slavery, the history of slavery, even with the Gulf Wars, and the Iraqi freedom, that was all about what? Stealing people's resources and exploiting people for gain. But just to sum it all up, because I can go on detail, upon detail, the things that's triggering these these race riots that's going to take place. But I'm gonna just sum it all up. It's because of wickedness of the world, man, and the proud. The Most High is gonna, he's gonna bring his wrath. It says, "I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir." And it's talking about the elect that has the hedge around them, that's protected from the judgment, that's exempt from the judgment. So let me verse 14. It says, "And it shall be as the chaste robe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword." Okay? Join unto who? Unto this American ideology. That I'm an American. And right now they're trying to create a society where they're saying we're all just Americans. No, it's not that easy. It says that children shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Okay, and that's what you're gonna see. You see it in Venezuela right now. But Venezuela is not that diverse as America is. You have all these people with all these different ideologies and all these different religions and belief sets, and when the time comes, the racial tension is going to boil over. White people don't like black people. Black people don't like white people. Well, white people don't like anybody because they're the most racist people on the planet, or prejudiced people on the planet. It's a being black. They have a problem with being people being a different skin color, and that's just the prejudice of the so-called white man. That's just the hate that he has for everybody else because he's not a brown, a brown person, for lack of better words. Let me see. So Salaki, I got a few more precepts. Just give me a second. Let's see. And this is all based on the vengeance of the Lord. The Lord speak about vengeance. Um, he's gonna cut this place down, man. Let me see. Obadiah 1:10. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right, and it's talking about Esau. Esau is going to be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces and foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. So the Most High doesn't forget. Even throughout all history, man, it's been a constant battle between Jacob and Esau. And that's the main characters of the story. That's the main characters of this story. Okay, Jacob and Esau. It says, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Okay, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. And that's what Esau has done. The so-called white man has done that. He's looked upon us and he's seen the vulnerability. He's seen the weakness and he exploited it. Okay? He exploited it. He exploited it in slavery. All right. And speaking of slavery, during slavery, there were Jakes or Judites or Israelites who didn't know slavery was over. So they still were oppressing them, and Jake had no idea that they had abolished slavery. Which they hadn't. Because all they did was emancipate, meaning they transferred us over to a different master, to an institutionalized master or corporate master. All right. So I'm gonna jump verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. All right. And you have what would you have? You have a mixture of heathen over here in America. All right, which makes America ripe for the picking. It says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. All right, and that's what's going to happen. For all the injustices that all these nations have done to the children of Israel, the Most High is not forgotten. You may have forgotten, so-called white man, but the Most High is not forgotten. And he will give the nation of Israel retribution. And you so-called white people don't want that. All right. That's why you say we're not the people. We're, the what you call as black Hebrew Israelites. And there's no such thing as black. All right. There's no such thing as a black person. All right. We know that's a buzzword. We know that's demonizing, which the so-called white man loves to cry wolf. All right, all the time. All right, and point out and propagate who's the boogeyman. What she's gonna do to us, the elect of the nation of Israel. He's gonna do that to us, but we're gonna overcome. Okay, because it's His word that's gonna last, and that's the truth. The truth is retribution, vengeance, and wrath for the Almighty power is gonna come down on all the nations, mainly Esau, because they have forwarded our affliction, man. They put us in straits more than we had to be in. It says, "For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance." And that's what you so-called white people hate. You don't want us to be delivered. You want us to see us utterly destroyed. All right? To you, it's nothing more than those Negroes and Spics, you know, are in sad case, and and nobody's bemoaning us. Nobody's saying, we need to fix this problem. You have few, but they can't do nothing about it because the salvation comes of the Lord. It says, "But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions." All right, like I said, I can go into specifics, but for the most part, a lot of the information is out there about the injustices, the institutionalized racism, the exploitation of race, the exploitation of slavery, and how it made these people rich, these Edomites rich, and all the other nations rich, off the backs and oppression that we had to endure. Okay, so the Most High is going to pay you back, and that's just simple and plain. He's going to do it by what? He's going to break up this thing, what you call the American people or freedom. He's going to break that up, man. "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame." The house of Joseph represent the 10 tribes of the nation of Israel. Everybody from Ephraim all the way down to Issachar, which Ephraim is the Puerto Ricans and Issachar is the Mexicans. So everybody in between, It says a flame. It says, "In the house of Esau for stubble." What is stubble, man? That's ash. Okay. "And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken." All right. And the Most High is saying this, man. "And they of the south shall possess the mountain of Esau, and they of the plain of the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess, Gilead." All right. "And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath." Zarephath shall possess the cities of the south. All right. So we're gonna get our retribution. We're gonna take the lands that we deserve, that we rightly deserve. Okay. Let me see if I can pull. So I get one more. All right, because the scriptures say, "Though hand be joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished." Let me see. So, though you're here in America, Proverbs 11:20, and you think you're an American, it doesn't matter. You think you're the human race, and there's no such thing as nationality, and you're trying to erase the borders, that the Most High set up for a reason. He set it up. He divided the nations for a reason. Deuteronomy 32:8. All right. As the scriptures say, man, and I'll get it in Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 14, I believe, or 13. Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. So the wicked, though everybody join in hand and coming together on this common cause, hey man, the Most High is going to destroy that because the wicked have to be dealt with. All right. Hey, and there we go. The Proverbs, we see 16:4. It says, "The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil." So everyone that is proud in the heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. Okay, so it's getting around this, man. You know. All right, let me give one more scripture and I'm gonna close it. And for the sake of my battery. All right, and let's see. So it's Ecclesiastes chapter 14. That's right, it's probably 7. Let's see. I think it's 13. All right, here we go. Ecclesiastes chapter 13, verses 15. It says, "Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor, meaning his brother." All right. It says all, meaning nationality. All right. Same nationality. It says all flesh consorteth according to kind. All right. And a man will cleave to his like. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. All right. What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? Okay. So these groups are broken up for a reason. So you have black people, but you have different types of black people with so-called black people. Because, like I said, black is not an oxymoron. It's not a nationality. It's a color. All right. The color in the crayon. So we're not meant to be together, and the Most High is bringing and setting things up like he did in the days of old. He's going to separate the nations again. All right. What proves that? Deuteronomy 32:8. Because so-called white man wants to always alter certain things that the Most High has done, and all he's doing is appeasing the Most High's wrath. He's making the Most High even more angrier. When the Most High divided, Deuteronomy 32:8, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. All right. So what? What does that mean, man? He separated groups for a reason, according to his will, and there's no reason why anybody should question it. But with that, let me go ahead and get this article. Just read this real quick. And brothers can look this up on their own. How long does a democracy last? From that moment on, the majority always votes for the candidates promising the most benefits from public treasury, with the result that democracy always collapses over loose fiscal policy, which that's going to happen. It's going to be an economic crash, a global economic crash. You see it in Venezuela right now. So you see it in South America. So it's a ripple effect. It's only just a matter of time before it reaches America. Always followed by a dictatorship. So every democracy is followed by what? A dictatorship. All right, think of Hitler. All right, think about the Germans. All right, so it says the average age of the world's greatest civilization has been 200 years. We're overdue for one here in America. And with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders that great millstone. I'm signing off, and this has been really my motivation. Shalom.